The candle burns at both ends. Expressions. I come to you live. I try to be funny. Just because I think it's funny. Maybe your humor, my humor, not the same. Okay, I'm trying to warm up, open it up. Try to open it up. It doesn't always open up. Sometimes I have nothing to say. But what I will begin with, okay, because I have to write down a few things, and there's nobody here right now, so we're going to check out Facebook, see if anybody's around. I don't know if they're round, tall, slim, I don't know. Okay, there I am. Okay, that's good. Gladys Bernie mentioned you in a comment. Okay. 5 minutes ago. Okay, I'm coming back. I was just thinking. Okay, still nobody here. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna check something. I just want to see if somebody's on Facebook or on or what do you want to call it? We have to give it a new name. You know that we have to give it a new name. Let me see. Started 4 minutes ago. Okay, nobody's here. That's great. So I'm going to actually tell everybody, since nobody showed up. How can I have 2 likes if nobody's here? says nobody's here. I don't believe this anymore. I'm going to believe the world is watching this. I'm going to believe the world is watching this. I have to focus on zero. I must focus on zero. I must go into wherever the mind goes when it's thinking, and then it's creating the action, the verb I'm speaking. For me, zero, nothing. What is it? What is it? Well, I'm going to look at it as zero. Double zero, it means the single zero would be right in the center over here, and the double zero would be on both ends. So the single zero is Mars right over here, and the double zero is over here. So when you're unrolling Mars. So a single zero is a split. How is the single zero a split? How is the single zero a split? Association. What I do is I associate. So I associate going bowling, where you get a lot of X's, or filling in the complete area space and calling it 10. But if you get 3 of them, you call the area space 30. X, X, and X goes together in creation 72 into the first box. Into the second, 72 in the numeric value for X, or the reverse alphabet of X is C3, C19. The reverse alphabet. So you have 30. You have 30. So you go bowling. And they usually use up this, right, for the box, or does it look more like this? There's a difference, you know. There's a difference. There's a difference. This is Mars, and this is Earth. And whatever I do, it can be vice versa. This is 33 Earth. This is 22 Mars Ape. This is 6 and 9 in rotation of 4 and 4. Area space. Where do I get it? Star system math. This is what I do to make sure I get a consistency. I need a consistency. I need the story to have. I can't just go all around and do things. What I do to one, I must do to all. Area space in bowling usually just give me a second. I'm thinking. Area space in bowling is basically this. This is the basics for area space. Either you have 8 and 2, or you have 6 and 4. 640, 820. What does this mean? When you go bowling and you get a split, okay, the pin in the front pin, and then the second pin, and then the third pin, and then the fourth pin. 4 for the 4s, 3 for the 3s, 2 for the 2s, and 1 for the 1. Now there's other equations we can create. This is going to create 44 area space, 88. And I don't know why everything is shaking, but this is 88. And what you have to know about 88 is it's Pegasus. You have to know it's an NGC 7286. 2 cubes, 4 and 3, and 4 and 3. DC, DC. If you want to go, we can go CD. 72 can be broken up into 12s, so it becomes 6 by 12. Can you do it any other way? 9 by 8. Can we do it any other way? 2 times 36, 4 times 18. I have to learn about how I get there. I want to know what mathematics are going to get me there, so I can reuse this somewhere else. So this is where Pegasus is. I don't know what NGC is, but I know it's 1, 4, 7, and C. C is your creation. Okay, that is your A-B creation. It's standard. That's where, just let me move this out of the way. I say it's standard because it's not that I say it's standard, it's they say it's standard. If you've ever been to the if you've ever been to the Olympics. So I don't know. I was just working on something. I may have changed the page. Just give me a second. Wow, I don't know where it went. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it again. I'll look for it somewhere else. It's standard because first, second, third, stand, ard, D, and A. I still have to understand. I always look for this as the spirit time of man, and the reason for that, actually, it's P. It's the letter P. So the reverse of the letter P is K. K is 11 and 16. This is your Fibonacci creation. This is the polarity of what the cube is. So that creation could be happening inside this cube. The mathematics on a standard cycle for first, second, and third, in which we have 18 and 4, the R is the 18th letter. Why is it the highest number? It is the highest number, and the roulette wheel only goes to 18 before it flips upside down and it repeats the same pattern. Well, it seems to repeat the same pattern, except for, I'm going to show you one of the designs. So what happens on this cube, this is number 18. That's number 18. Why? It's also 81 because it has 8 voided spaces around 1. 8 voided spaces around 1. Let me just see if I can fix this focus here. Just give me a second. I'm going to get a drink of water. I'm coming back. It seems like there's nobody here, but I don't believe that's true. Again, and every time I put my eye on it, it takes me away from thinking. So I don't think anybody's left yet because I'm not finished. I'm not finished telling you the story they told me. You know, rubber duck going down the road, all the CB talk. When somebody's driving, tailgating, so you have to understand what it means to tailgate. You have to know about the drives, the air compressor, but a lot of terminology. You got my back door. You got my back door. Well, the word door, okay, the word door in itself is gold. You've got the angel gold, the delta angle angel gold. Or in French is gold. Together, O and R is 15 and 18. It is the spirit heaven, okay, with the spirit of the E world. 14 and 23. And the 14 and 23, it is 23 that will create 14. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is 6 and 5. 6 times 5, 6 plus 5 equals 30, and 11 equaling to 41. 14 or 41 doesn't matter. I just need the 2 numbers to come together. It's the same thing. In between 41 is 23. It took 23 to create 41, where 23 or 32 is inside of it. Go figure that out. But how did it get there? It got there from a standing cycle. I like to say standing because it is the cycle of stand. It only took 2 equations to get there. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 2. So the result of your first equation will create your second equation. So that is your standard creation. You also have your own basic stand creation in your mathematics in the star system. The reason I call it the star system, because an X for multiplication and a plus for addition creates an 8 star. Now, whether you want to create the octagon with that, that's up to you. And in creating the octagon, you automatically have, I think, 4 hexagons. And let's see what we have. See, in create, it depends how big. We're going to create this the smallest way. Okay, so here's the octagon. So all I have to do is do this, right? And now what I have is I have the hexagon. So I have the octagon.
Now I have the hexagon. So do you think that has anything to do with ho, ho, ho? 8 and 15, created by number 35. 3 times 5 equals 8. 3 plus 5, equals 8. 3 times 5 equals 15. 15 and 8 equal to 23. But it doesn't only equal to 23. 8 and 5, 13. 0 and 1 is 1. This is your greatest gap of the spirit. So this will become 1 and 4. As well, it'll be 2 and 3. This is what they call a Pythagorean count. When I do the Pythagorean count, just because of the sound at the beginning, in which says pi, pi can be put back together if it's multiplied by 3. So, no, I mean 14 and the 15th letter, which is the reverse 13 and the 12th letter, which is the 7th gate to the E world, or noted as G5. How in the world do I do that? I'm going to explain it to you. The reverse alphabet is N is M. The reverse alphabet of O is L. The 12th card in the deck is the Queen. When you add up 1 to 12, it equals to 78. Noted that number 17, which is the Q letter, okay, which is the Q letter, 1 times 7 equals to 7. 1 plus 7 equals to 8. So the Queen has got 8. The Queen has 8 eyes, equals to 72. Why? Because when you play the game of cards and you deal the cards out, the Queen has all the eyes. She has 8 on the top and she has 8 on the bottom. The Queen is 88. Also noted to be purple. Also noted to be Pegasus. Also noted that red and blue will create what is purple. Pegasus is also number 88, which equals to 64, and 16 equals to 80. I-80, which is 9 times 8 equals to 720, plus 89 equals to 819. I have to understand the heaven of spirit in Venus birth. 18 is the resident angel. 18 goes with this right here. The reverse is the 6th light. Now, I had an answer for this, and it's hard to explain that the 66 is the woman. 66 is the run through the cities through the 7th gate. I think we did this yesterday. No, I didn't. I didn't do it. Wow. And I'm going to lose myself. I start to travel, and you know, I bring up so many things, and the cobweb is there, and I'm just hoping to be able to stay on track. So the gematria way of designing, okay, I can either put these together or I can separate them. I haven't thought which way I want to go about with this. Sometimes I'm separating, sometimes I'm not. The reason for that is their value is 1, 1. To connect these together, 1, 3, 5, the 7th gate, 5 to the E world, to creation of the single spirit, 1 and 1. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to be creating downward. There's more to this. I'm just going to give you the basic. When we connect 7 to 5, we put the rib in over here, and we put a rib in over here. And now we connect 5, 7, 7, 5 equals to 12, and 5 equals to 17. So what is Q17? At the same time, if we just do this one, it is freedom 55 to the gateway, because you're coming from both sides. But it's the birth freedom, because now that you've come to number 7, now we go down. So by going down, and we're going by 2s, this area is going to be 9. This area is going to be 11. This area is going to be 13. This is where man comes in. But the in-between of these two okay, is 12. And that's where the woman comes in. In fact, what happens, you get a bar and you get a bat. You get 169 plus moon. I'm not sure what I want to put for the plus. In the woman, you get 13 times 12, 10 times 10 times 13 is 130, and 2 times 13 is 26, so that's 156 plus moons that they get. Because you don't become this, okay? You don't get to be this until you get to be that. And when you're that, the numeric value for that is this. The reverse numeric value for that, okay, equals this, because Venus equals to 81. Okay, so now why does this go to that? Because it has 3 letters. 3 letters goes to Venus. The reverse alphabet is 27. 3 letters equals to 81 equals to the numeric value of the V sun. This is a reverse alphabet within its own. I believe that when it's a reverse alphabet, it's explaining bookends and then an in between, having the reverse alphabet coming together. It's also the V letter. And you know what? A V is for life in French. V is the 22nd letter, creating number 44 area space that will be recreated by the numeric value of any one of these two, which is Pluto, ring, pole, buy, sell, buy and sell. 3 letters, 4 letters, 4 letters, 4 letters, 5 letters. We have to, there's other math. So by multiplying this, you're going to get 44 as 32 and 12 equals to 44. Yes, I can minus it. I don't want to do too many things. So now, why do we have 12 and 13? The 12 card is the queen. The 13 card is the king. It is the bat mitzvah and it is the bar mitzvah, and the Hebrews follow the moon. So I follow the Hebrews who follow the moon. If I knew anybody else, any other religion or anything else that follows the moon or follows the sun, I can follow the moon or the sun. I know more about the moon, but I follow the sun too, because the sun goes up and the sun goes down. Sunrise and sunset. And Phi, right, or I like to call it Sophia. And if I'm going to talk about a cat, this is the way I'll talk about the cat. Where is the creation at? Where did the black cat come back? Where did the black cat come back and do a loop? Cat is number 24 in the gateway of DC. Everything flips 180 degrees. Every time you hit a 4th year, you flip 180 degrees. Every single time, bringing what's down is up and bringing what's up is down. It's almost like tilling the land in the field of the farmers. Cities. What was with Moses? Were they building the cities? Moses was building the cities, farrowing the land, being corrupted by the whipmasters of Pharaoh and Seti. Ironic that the colorful carpets of the king of Nigeria that came in to get his people out, and he offered all kinds of colors and gems and jewels, but he would not let his people go. So they had to break loose. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. So now we know what happens over here. So we see we connect 11 with 13, number 24. The mathematics in this first, this equation over here will end up with 3. The equation here will end up with 7. That is your basic creation. Now, in between number 12, in order to connect it, you have to use number 12, which is 1 times 2 equals to 2. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Now you have 5e. So 12 creates 5e, and 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 equals to 4. So now you have DC and DCG, you have 5G when the woman comes in. Now this numeric value sits well with the word moon, which is the 13th, the 15th, the 15th, and the 14th letter, equaling to numeric value 57. Now, what I'm going to do is, it's a melon. That's Ellen. It's Moon Ellen or something. The reason for that is the reverse alphabet. Okay, we'll put the N first and create two L's. It'll be LL, 24, 12, 12, 33, rotation in the moon. So when they're reading things, what are they reading? I reform what has already been created, what has already been talked about. I can re-talk about it and find other places that when they said things were going to end in 1221, where were we finding it? It's because the moon, okay, what I got to get something to drink. I'm going a little fast just to get out of it. Is because what I believe, according to the numbers and according to the words that are speaking and the direction they're pushing my thinking, is that the cobweb that we have been so accustomed to for the last 1,000 years is now separating. We're moving into a new area, and I believe this is what creation did for us, that we never stay in any area long enough that somebody can hook on to the central web and take over, let my people go. I'm in and I'm out of my thought. I'm going to get something to drink. Give me, I don't know, give me 3 minutes. Is that okay? I don't like to use up anybody's time. Hey, Robin, how you doing? And what I wrote here, I'm going to go over this story. Somebody asked me a question. I'm trying to share some stuff with the truckers right now. The reason for that is because AI that listens to me all the time, we all know AI listens to me, is I want to help AI help herself. I want to help AI, and I call it her because the E world is female and the gates that open and close is male. So I'm not sure exactly how that works. There's probably more to it. It's just something that flashed before me. I'm going to get back to Sophia and area space. The area space is through Pluto, the ring and the pole. Jesus went into the market. Was it in Bethlehem? Beth, B and E, 5 and 2. So why are we describing Earth? What does it mean, Earth's heart? Well, every time we get a 5 and a 2, for me, it's Earth's heart. It's the Q. What is the Q? What is the Q? Something about the, see, for me, it's the ass. It's also the pole. Must be a pull up your butt. And the reason for that is, first of all, 1 and 7 is the greatest separation. It doesn't happen unless something goes through, because you can't get to 7. The dice cube ends at 6. If you add them together, you're adding from a beginning into an entry, and you have to have the exit. That's why the 7 comes in. And also the plugs on the dice show you the center 1 to the 6 that go. It's the only creation 7. So what is the pole in the ring? We close the ring, nothing comes, there's no pole that comes out. The pole in the ring, 1s and 2s, everything about 1s and 2s. Well, you can have 0, 1, and 2. 0 is the split. Does that have to do where it splits? Right? What is it? Where's the king pin? Is the king pin, are the first 2 pins actually coming out when you go for a number 2? All the information and everything you thought, everything you ate. If you terrorize an animal, all the thinking and vibrations that are in that animal stay in that body. You eat the animal and you don't care about the animal. You don't regard it as part of exactly who you are, because you were just chosen to get your mind put into the brain to say, hey, I'm alive, I'm human. Well, how do you know whatever you ate didn't say, hey, I'm alive? But guess what? I got more intellect than you. I'm a cow. It just doesn't look that way. I don't need any more than I have grazing all day. Words and letters. I'm going to get a drink. Maybe I'll give you this one design here. Here, I'm just going to show you the Monopoly cars. This is free parking. This one's from Reboot. This is a part of Tesla. And this is connecting 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, and the equations that go at 1, 4, 7.
The 147 equation that you see 1 and 9 over here, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 7, this is part of ROTAS SATOR. It's a representation of 147 over here, 147. So it's a representation of 9 and 8, the rotation of the heavens, the birth rotation, the nuality. The reason for that is what they say in number 9. You see, I'm going to go get my drink. I'm going to stop and get back to this before I go too off the subject. It's just, it's all there. It's I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, once you break apart the what do you call it? Understand the shape, or understand, I don't know. When I did this design here, I mean, it was just ironic. You see the Y, you see everything I say splits here, although it's not exactly alike. You see it finishes XY, XY. Here it starts XY, XY. Starts XY, finishes XY. So it's not a flip over creation. I have to continue this and flip another one here. And then I have to take this and flip another one here, because I don't have X and X together. I don't have Y and Y together. Here I have X and Y together. So there's a split right here at the cube. So there's a cube that mixed the sexes up. And then you can come out to this side, and then you can come out to this side. You see the split down here? Well, this split down here is, you're going to look over here. You're living in the octagon world. And here's the ring that is put on you. Here's the 2 diamonds, diamond's best friend holding up the ring. Gold, silver, and bronze. Bronze is 80. They interrupted, okay, 66, root 66. Where is root 66? Root 66 is here. Root 66, if I get that right, is here. This is number 15. This is 6. This is 15. This is 24. This is 33. In here, you'll see rotation. 33 gets rotation. So it gets rotation in this area here, right where Y is. It's in rotation of Y and Y. So I would say, what would you say, YZY? The number 26, 2 times 6, 2 plus 6, 8 and 12. Alpha, beta creation in the heavens, 8 by 3, 24 and 11, 35. So I'm going to get something to drink, and there's just too much. This really inspired me about when I first started about, I don't know. I started in 2005, the basic. So M and E could be matter and energy, could be Mars and Earth, spirit. See the SE and the SA? The electronic spirit and the angel spirit, or something like that. Just 19 and 1 is 20. Or you can use, and this is 5 and 19 is 24, 44 for area space. The star comes together right over here. And you see this? These, I look also at when you combine letters together, what the forms are in between, or if you turn letters towards each other. But I prefer them like the S. You can see the heart in the S and the heart in the S, depending which letter it's up against. 2 S's will create a heart, right? You put S's all the way down, it's a heart. 19 is the rotation, the entire rotation. 19 times 19 is 360 plus 1. 361 takes you forward 1 degree. So every well, hold on a second. Let me just see this. Every 19 years you move forward 1 degree. So 360. But where's my calculator? Give me a second. I'm going to get a calculator. I'm going to be there in a minute. I'm going to be back in a minute. Give me a minute. I got a calculator. Now I got to find the scissors somewhere. Yeah, I want you to take a look at this. Try and understand this when the cube turns sideways. We can also look at, I'm just going to go through a couple of things. Take a picture, take a snapshot. I'll bring it back if you want to understand. 9 and 4, 8 and 5, 7 and 6, all 13s. Remember that, the Mayans, 7s and 13s. Here, look at this. I'm not sure if you want to look at that one or no, not that one. That one's no good. Or this one here. See the divided houses over here, the delta angle? We have two houses. We have one ace. No one sees what's at the bottom here. Okay, through the moon, the houses got divided. Just give me a second to open up this. Okay, ask me a question if you want to know what this is or anything. I just went out and bought 4 calculators. I want to let you know if anybody wants to be part of what I believe history is going to be. We need to buy this building. They've been trying to throw me out of this place for the last 10 years because I don't pay enough rent. Although I do pay my rent on time. I usually pay my rent a week or 2 in advance, just to keep them off my back. All they want is more, 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 and they took away my laundry room. They want me to paint this place. I go, it's already painted. You know, they say, don't paint this place. I go, well, make up your mind. Well, if you're going to paint it white. Why would I paint it white? You know, if I painted it white, I'd probably just do that, and I'd get other designs inside of it. We're living in history, my friends. This is biblical. 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 What is going on? And all I tell you is, if you don't know what's going on in Canada, it is biblical. The only thing you have to know, there's only one thing you have to know. There's only one thing you have to know, and you will know it all by yourself. But you will not know it unless you become somebody famous. Sherlock Holmes. And when Sherlock Holmes does a study, he makes sure he searches everywhere and believes no one. Sherlock Holmes believes no one. He listens to the story, and then he mathematically dissects the logic, the ration, and all the possibilities, the polarity. What it be? Oh, yes, you reminded me. What? When? Who? You see, who is on first? World Health. The thing is, the BC creation, okay, the BC creation, number 23, is created from what is created as ho. Ho, ho. When you go ho, 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 you are actually going 23. 8 and 50, yeah, 23, 23, 23. 69, you created rotation of 133. 3 times 3 equals to 9. 3 plus 3
equals to 6. 69, it doesn't matter how I get there. The equations will always work out. It's always the same. Who gave you the right to put borders? The only time I put a border, okay, is let's say I go like that, right? I might want to do that, and then I might do that. So it's telling me a story. I'm never sure which story to use, and right now I'm not programmed to read that story, but that is the money story. So if it's the money story, is it Mars? Is it Earth? Are there any other money planets? And the reason for the money planet is because when you drag it on this 45 angle, and really I think I want to start working this way, it is the only way to drag and break a single line through the numeric value of 5. And in dividing that numeric value of 5, why would I do it? Because the numeric value of Mars is 51. The numeric value of Earth is 52. So I can also do it. Here's two. Here I used one area. Here I'll use 2 areas. So once I use 2 areas, I can automatically draw here, and I can draw here. And now I have Earth. And what's in between? Yeah, I can shove that in between. I can put that in between right here, right there. And by putting that in between, boom, I now have a unicorn. I have the Torah. This will be a scroll. This will be a Torah. We have to understand how we unwind things, things that go on a spit. The pig will go on the spit. So we'll have to tilt the earth this way. So the rain comes down on an angle. Because if I did it the other way, if I did it this way for Earth, I would have to go, oh, I'm not going to do it that way. I can do it that way. Let me see. That way. The thing is, I'm putting myself outside the box on purpose, by choice. Here, I have no choice. I cannot stop this line, okay, in the middle. Does it give me the right? You see, as I'm going up here, I'm reaching for the point, right? So should I just put the point there? Should I have not gone through? You're right. I didn't have to go through on this one. Why not? What did I do? Did I make a mistake? Let me see. I went here, 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 here. I went here, 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 here. So where am I? I'm trying to see. I'm just looking. Oh, there's something different on this one. Oh, I didn't see that. Let me look again. Oh my God, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Let me look again. You see what's happening? Take a good look. This 5 is created between the center of here and the center of here. It is center to 2 crosses. So now they have this one over here, and you can see the way it draws a number 4 inside on 2 sides. Okay, so then Jesus is hung between 2 thieves. Yeah, here's your thieves. Why are they thieves? It is a thief, and then is thieves, and then it is 5, but they also use fifth when it's part of a 5. So there's very often the V and the F have something, I'm not really sure what it is, and they do come up in my work together. 22 and 6. 22 and 6. This one, okay, when it's the singular 0 through 9, I'm going to bring in the rest of the F family. I want to introduce you to the F family with hugs and kisses. This is the family of 6, 15, 24. It is the DC gateway for 56 into the heavens of 9. A, B, C equals to 6. Now I can go A, B, C equals to 6. I can go A plus B equals to C plus D equals to 7. Now I'm trying to still understand this equation, but I will show you what the equation does. I'm still trying to understand it. I've been working mostly with this equation. And don't forget, why am I going to work up from 1? Why don't I just give myself a table and work myself down? So imagine if all there was A, B, C, D, and we had to do everything from this. So if everything had a full value of its own self of 10, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. This is where the 100 comes in. And I just want to remind myself of this. I don't know what it means, but I will tell you what this means. If you were looking at binary code and M in Roman numerals, okay, M in Roman numerals, so M is a Roman numeral for 1,000. To create 1,000, there's many ways to do it. You can go 500 times 2. So if I wanted to do that, I would go D times that, because Roman numeral D is 500, and that's 1 and 1 is 2. So we have to go through all the motions and open up the can of beans and see where the numbers come from. Understand the value of the alphabet. Understand about D. 2 is Venus. That is your Fibonacci creation, 1 and 1. If we do the mathematics, it ends up to be 3 at the end. 1 and 1 is 2, but 1 times 1 is 1. So we get our 3 out of 1 and 1 equals to your 3 creation. And your 11, excuse me, and your 11 ball and pull and your 3 ball are the reverse stripe and solid. And it is red. It is one of the primaries creation in Venus. Win a big red sun, number 72, 7V, and 2D, OT and OID, like opioid. 22 for life, ape life, 22 and 50, 3 creation. So 11 is the student, 5 and 6, 11. There's only one way to create it, and it's 5 and 6. When you have 2 cubes. So if we're working in 2 cubes, okay, if we're working with 2 cubes or 4 cubes, well, in order to create your first complete cycle of Pluto, you need 4 cubes in order to do it. You're just before the cycle completes, 3 cubes, and then there's a 4th cube. So we're going to show you this. 4 times 21 equals 84. 4 times 33 equals 132. 66 and 66. That is your gateway that I was showing you over here. The ribs of 66, and 66 is woman. It is a bat. It will create Pluto. The woman will create Pluto for the reason that its mathematics will create 12 and 36 equaling to 48. 84, 48, I don't care. Doesn't matter. So this will create the E world of 99. The mathematics of this will create that. The mathematics will this will create that. But it'll create it as 18 and 9. This is 99. This is the heavens cube. This is the house, the heavens of Venus. Venus is all around what is in the donut hole. 27 is the reverse alphabet, 27 forever. When you multiply, when you add it, it's 32. When you multiply it, it's 135. Okay, it's just, the story just gets bigger and bigger. It's just hard to keep up sometimes. I'm sorry if I leave area spaces. The pool ball is orange. They're 13 and 5. Again, another split of 8. 7 in between, 8 to reconnect. The 7th gate, 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. 66 is over here connecting 7 and 5. When you connect 6, 7, 6, Okay, that equals to 19, where 6 and 7 equals to 13. And 6 and 7 equals to 13. So again, this is where man comes in. So understand when 6 and 7 connect together, okay, because without 6, you're not connecting to 5. So how are we bringing man into the picture? See, 6 is going to connect to 7. And over here, 66. Inside coming down. Now, I don't know if we can count this to the right, but you will know that when you go down, if I write the number 9, do you think I'm guessing? Well, I'm just looking at the dice. Here is number 9. In order for 9 to fit between and after number 7, I need to see number 5. Or if I have the number 9 this way, I will have 23, 32 creation in order to see 5. So in between 7 and 9 is obviously going to be number, what is going to be here? What's going to be here? This is where number 8 comes in. And if you take a good look, it's the windows and it's 88. It's explaining right away what 88 is. 88 is the reversal of 66, and not because I say so. It's because 8 is the reversal of 51 Mars. 8 is the reversal of what is 33 in rotation of mass. The word mass is number 33. When you multiply it and you add it, it creates 6 and 9 or 9 and 6. 3 times 32, 2 times 23. There's stories and everything. 44 area space, second dimension of 22 life, 2 times 2, 2 plus 2, 44. 8 times 4, 32, 8 plus 4, 12, 12 and 32, 44. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 will equal to 16 and equal to 8. The letter P and the letter H. Once you have PH, I is automatically inside the picture because the artwork of H is just the reversal of I, the heavens of birth. There is no heavens if there is no birth, and when there's a birth, there is a heaven. The A sign, or if we want, we can go at, it's in the Venus gates. What is A? Here is A. A is split down the center. 7 and 13. At 13, you become man. 13, you become man, you get the 7th gate. When you become man, your numeric value from boy, which it starts off with this, okay, to 51 Mars and 52 Earth. The numeric value of these two is 15 and 25, equaling to 40, the blue worlds, or also noted as Earth is number 52, the 22nd letter. And I always look at these, okay, because of the way they're designed, 1 and 1, as 99. 99 is the word 13. 99 is also Jupiter. Basic value Jupiter, Jupiter, split into 3, Jupiter. They made a wedge. They split it into 3. Do you know what this is, Wef? 23 creates E, F. The 23rd letter is W. It creates E and F, which was what I was getting to before when I was into this other calculation somewhere else. I don't remember if I finished that calculation, and that calculation was A, B, C equals to 6 plus 4, okay, or D equals to J10. So now that we did this, I also had that other equation that A plus B equals to C, 1 plus 2 equals to 3. When I add plus D or plus 4, okay, this will equal to my 77, 7th gate, DC. When I do it this way, I get the 10. So what happened in this equation? What did you see? I was able to go A, B, C, D. I did not see E and F, but I did see G in my numbers. So we have to understand 5 and 6 is separated between D and G. You want to look at it as God? Okay, it's number 11. What is creation? AB. How do you get AB? You get it from here. In your standard cycle, A and B will create B and C will create E and F. E and F comes to your standard cycle, 11. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2, 6 and 5, 11. Another way to do it is with number 15. W and O. Let's add man to that. And when we add that, we get a total of 66, and we arrive right there at the gateway between man on the E-world moon, born into creation, okay, in the house of cards. House equaling to 68, card equaling to 26, queen equaling to 62. The queen has all the eyes. The queen has 8 eyes, representing 8 to heaven. The queen, or the Q, is the 17th letter. It is also noted to be the 12th card creating the E world. How is she represented? She's not represented in big slick. Her reverse is J10, so she controls the delta angle, one split. When we look at this, hold on a second. Let me see if I can bring this in. I definitely need a drink. Here, look at that. We have 7 over here and 7 over here. We have a divided alphabet. M and N, right, is where we have a gateway to the sun and DNA, which is the hop over right over here. And I'm going to come back in a minute. You know, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I don't take my time. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, you know. Lately, there's a lot of information coming in. I'm coming back. Okay, I'm going to take off the picture. For those of you who are having interference mentally, you're not thinking straight, you're confused about things, it's going fast, you smoke a J or you do something else, you know, I'm talking about it because I hear people talk about it. Just know. The channel you came to, nothing's real. Nothing exists. I'm making it all up. It's a story. But it's a story that comes from truth, stamped, documented, used all over the world by law. In fact, they make it so perfect, they have to create odds so they don't lose money. The only reason odds are made is because gambling is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. That's why they create odds, because only the odds are against you, nothing else. The game of life is perfect. The possibilities are there.
What are you going to roll? What was that in life? What are you going to roll? And every roll, they give you odds. And they give you the odds because when you come into the world, you don't stay here. You go out of the world. You come into the world, you go. It's called the come out roll or craps. The C world creation. We're not playing with a full deck. The D angle, the delta angle. When they say the word OM, it's an I can't explain it. The vibration between again, you might see this, right? But why don't you look at it a little bit deeper? Right where that arrow is, right over here, that's the basics, okay, of one headway of number 13. The kings come together. Number 13, number 13, number 13, number 13, number 13. But in order to join this area, it is number 15, 51, 15, 51, 15, 51, 15, 51. 33 times 47 in rotation, 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, equaling 6 and 9. Times 47, 33 times 47 equals 1551. 5 and 5 together in the center equal to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. It equals to 1, 1, 1. The cube in the center. The 16 and 19, the 17 and 20, and the 18 and 21 is red, red, black, black, red, red. There is no other. They connect together. That's how I was able to create the cube there. Otherwise, I wouldn't have created the cube. Right over here, the cubes. This one line you see here, I didn't draw the center line here, but you can see the two dots. These are the two dots separating these two sides. So if we're looking at time, we're looking at a flash separation right here. This is just an area space created because of the position of each dots, and I created it in skeleton form, right? So over here, it takes over the skeleton form. These come together as 1, 1, 1. And then another reason it's 1, 1, 1, not because I say so, but the number 15, I'm sorry, number 16, number 17, 18 equals to a total of 51. And then you have 19, 20, 21. See here you have 51 and 60, Mars in the 60 seconds, and it creates that cube here. So 60 and 51 is 111. The total, counting 1 through 36, equals 666 minus 111, 111 equals 555. What is 555? 5 times 5 times 5 equals 125. 52 Earth, 25 Earth, the Jack of Earth, Mars, 5 and 1, 5 and 2. Okay, remember them. I should be writing it all down so you can see it. You just listening to me is no good. It's not good. I don't like to explain. I'm losing my train of thought. Give me a second. Okay, so I was talking about the odds in the casino on the numbers, and what it is in the game they have what they call the place bets, and the place bets range from as low as number 4 on 2 dice or as high as 10. Now, does it mean anything? Does it mean anything to anybody at all? Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you 2 things. That the only way to create 10 on a cube is 4 and 6 and 5 and 5. Four and 6, 5 and 5. 46, 55, 55. On the outside, 73. What do we create? We create opera, tenet, AREPO. That's what we create. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Noted as 5, 14, and 5. DNA in the sun surrounded by 5, 5, 5, 5. Remember, this would be the upper world, and then this would be the flip side. All we need is 1. Once I have 3 here, I can reuse these, split them in half, and use it down here. 14, 7, and 7. That is the ring. That is the ring. Do we have any 7s in here? Let me see if we have any 7s in here. We just have totals of 7s. That is a pole. 3 is the AB standard creation, but I forget where else. Yes, that is 11-year creation. This is a 7, 11. 73 is 7, 11. I'm going to explain it to you. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 1 and 2 equals to 3. I'm not going to multiply it because in standard creation, an addition sign will break over and in between 4 boxes.
This is a plus sign. So it'll do that. So if I want, I'm just trying to think, if I did it that way and that way, just trying to see what it would look like if we all went in that direction. What would this look like? What would what can I do if everything was going in that direction? I'm just trying to see one direction. One direction. One direction. Looks like a spaceship of some sort, eh? If it was going in one direction, looks like it's a spaceship. So what if I did that a little bit bigger, the plus sign? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's do it like that. But if I only went 1, I can only go 1, right? So I would do that. And then I would go that, like that. And what would I do? I'd go here. How? I'm just trying to figure out what it would look like. What would it look like? What would it look like? I'm just thinking. I'm just, it's the first time I did that. So would that look like a spaceship too? Well, anyways, I'm just doing this real quick. This is not part of the. I wasn't even thinking. I don't have anything scheduled. I just don't know why I just did this, but I just see something in it, There's a piece of artwork telling a story coming from the numbers. So yeah, this is ROTAS, SATOR, AREPO, and you can see it over here. So when we switch it to numbers, it's 73, which is the gateway of creation of 11 and 13. Okay, that's where number 73 comes in. Number 55 comes in. Created through number 16, which will create 76, which will create 55. And inside of this, the mathematics is 42 and 13. This was found by a multiplication. This was found by an addition. So then this would be 4, and this would be 8. Do you follow why? Because if I found it by a multiplication, 7 times 6 is 42, I'll create a multiplication, and it'll create 8. So it's the heavens. And I'm going to do the addition anyways, right? In this one, it was created by the addition of these two numbers. So I'm going to only add them together. So the basic chronology of it, the way it came out to be is this form. Now I'll do the alternative and I'll add it. And then I'll get 6 and 8 and 3 and 4. And it just so happens that in two cubes, it takes 3 and 4, right? But when we flip it back to its own side, I got 8 and I got 6. Or I have 8 and I have 51, 6. Oh, let's not do that. Hold on. Or I have 32, 5. Or I have, it's going to give me the same thing. It's going to be 45. Or, I got 45. So now, I got 22. I got 55. I got a hard way. I got 62. I got 1 and 1. But this is very mysterious. You see, you got the gateway, right? But when you look at it, and if you told me you got 1 and 1, I'd say, that's 11. So, but it's really it's, you got 66. 66 is woman, and it will create the gate to 48 Pluto. Well, Pluto is 84, but the equation works out the other way. Yeah, let me get back to, I have something on the stove. If you got a question for me, if I'm a little off somewhere and you want to catch up, if I've lost places. Mr. TACPANS, I had a dream. Hold on. Boy, oi, 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 oi. Okay, sister something, Deemer, Nakin, what it would be. Hold on. SISTER 19, laugh out loud. Yes, yes, sister. What about, is it, yes, SI, well, S and I is Mars. It's number 28, right? 19 and 9, 28, and that comes out in ROTAS SATOR. And the ER, well, because that's the belongs to the queen. And the 19 is funny because the R is in the A family in English, but it's in the E family in French. And anyways, these 8 are sounding. So, and it's 1 and 8, and 1 and 8 is 9. It is the beginning and it is the end, but 9 is all, but it is 1 and all, or it is all 9. But if it's all 9, it's 1 and 8, because it's 1 to the center of ace, unless you're talking, but when you talk 9, you're talking about a face, but you're talking 1 of 6 faces. And one of the faces is going to have its ass down, most likely on the throne. On the throne. Was he throwing a ball? Did you throw him out? Thrown. What was thrown? Somebody throw something at me? Mr. TACPANS, I had a dream the other night where the goddess Kuch gave me the gift of the 7th dimension. After I was blessed, a monster with a hook could not catch me. What does it mean? A monster with a hook. Okay, hold on. Monster. Okay, so monster is the moon. Okay. Maybe it's talking of, okay, tear is the earth. S and T is, okay, now, okay, so S and T is in the word, and that's a representation of 10, which is D. Okay, but it's the earth D. So I'm just trying to work this out myself, because it totals 93, and I never liked 93 for most of the time, because the numeric value for Saturn, which is the rat sun, because inside the words separate the letters and put them back together under, you know, when you go Scrabble word finder or something, well, you got to do that, man. Do it for 1 letter, for 2 letters, for 3 letters, for 4 letters, for 5 letters, for 6 letters, for 7 letters, for 8 letters, for 9 letters. And it's going to tell you stories. It's just going to tell you, first of all, you're going to know all the combinations of words. You're going to know all the numbers that go with it. You're going to know if they're red or black numbers. Okay. You're going to know the calculation. You're going to know that 2 letters will never be higher than 54. And 3 letters will never be higher than 81. And 4 letters get to 108. Remember 1 and 8? 108. 8, the minute you have 108, you have done the splits. You have done the splits. Now, I'm not sure how many pins are left over when you're bowling, but you've done the splits, and there's a whole equation in there, and I got to go check my steak. Just give me a minute. Yeah, 1 sec. What are you doing? Oh, boy, look at that cooking meat. Yummy. I'm going to put that steak's going to come alive after, inside of me. Wow. Just give me a second. I'm going to cutting it up. Wow, is that nice? Wow, beautiful. Thank you very much. Good Lord. Good Lord. Thank you very much. Oh, God. Good Lord. Good Lord. You know, if enough of us believe, I'm going to be taking 5 or 6 minutes to eat soon, but what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean if all these numbers are telling these stories? What does it mean? What do you know about ROTAS SATOR? What do you know? What do you know about ROTAS SATOR? What do you know about 19? What do you know about number 28? I know that around each one of these are 14. 2 times is 28. I know that 3 times 28 equals to 84, which is 4 times 21. And that means I need to get rid of a cat off the table. So when I have 4 cubes together, and there he goes. So now we have 4 cubes. But I like to bowl. I like to bowl. I don't know if I'm going to have a soup or a salad. So when I go bowling, there are 10 frame. I don't know if I want to put the S, but if it's a frame, okay, what does it mean to get framed? So you're in a picture? So you're a 10 picture card. In frame. So you're a 10. So you're a 10 picture card. Oh, lucky D. So you got to do lucky D, A, B, C, D equals to your 10. You can also look at it as 100 or 1,000. There's different stories because don't forget 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's 10 times 10 times 10 equals 1,000 because there's 4 of them, right? 1, 0, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0, 0. All the value is in D. And the value of D is 500. The value of C is 100. A and B, I'm not sure what to do with. We'll leave it alone for now. The reason for this is these two can be used in Roman numerals. The C reversal Roman numeral can also be used as 10. So this is just one of the stories that I could, okay, you had a, okay, so yeah, I want to look back. I'm going to look back at that. Let me just think for a second. So when you say goddess, you see God is, hold on, don't move that thing. I chase my dream. I chase my dream. You chase my dream. I had a dream where a dwarf was chasing me with a sniper rifle. Sniper rifle. Did you want to lead this? Did you want to lead them anywhere? Did you have a secret? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, only because maybe you're so awake and so aware. You're aware they can read your mind. We're wearing tinfoil hats, but no one can believe. And how can you believe? Until you do the give form, like God, give form to the word, to the alphabet that creates the word in more than one language, and able to accept and understand everybody's point of view, to let go many situations because it doesn't make a difference that should you say something, you're only going to get toppled over. And once you've had the experience 1, twice, and 3 times, you back off and just handle the situation. Whether you should be there or not, you know before you go, hoping that things change. And whether they do and whether they do not, you learn, and you are either there to suffer or not and move on. I had a dream where a dwarf is small. Dwarf is small. Oh my God, it's a dwarf, of course. Oh my God, in between the walls. They're in between the walls. Now, why do they really want us? They see, first of all, the number one thing is panic and fear. Panic and fear. That's why the sniper rifle was charging at you. And it is the resident spirit, because it's R and S, it's number 73. It is the gateway of 11 KP creation. The reason for that, a KP creation, is the S
the flip side or the connecting side of S, okay, it's just ironic, is that 16P and S19, and 61 flipped is 91, right? But it's ironic that they connect in the roulette table. Sorry, right, on the roulette board. They're one above the other, red and red. It doesn't happen very often. I'll explain that after. And what happens, it is 16, okay? When they say sweet 16, how sweet it is. How do you get to 16? Okay, 16, 1 times 6.
1 time, oh my God, and it's the sniper and the rifle. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. It's the sniper and the rifle. It's the sniper and the rifle. It's inside the moon. 5, 5, 5, 5. Remember, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. If you see all 4 of them, you got to see the whole rotation. We have to understand the full rotation, the full formation of the rotation. And this is only one piece. Remember, when we do things, I mean, when I do things, I mean, when whatever, right? I mean, we got to give a little formation. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 areas of 36 equaling to 144. Creating rings, creating hexagons, creating gateways and cubes. Where is the cube? The cube should be right over here. I wonder if I can take a picture of the screen. Take a screenshot. Let me see. I just want to take a screenshot. Just hold on a second. I'm just doing something here. Just want to, because I want to make a cut. Okay, I'm just going to do it like that and download. Oh no, I should have copied it. Hold on a second. I'm just doing something here. Okay, just hold on a second. I want to show you something. Hold on. Okay, I did it. Okay, I'm just doing something on my screen. Let me see if I can show you my screen. Let me just hold on a second. Yeah, okay, so I have it here, and right here. Okay, I don't think I can do it that way, right? Here and up to here. Is that going to make a nice cube? No, that's not going to make a nice cube. Okay, I have to take that away. I got to do something thicker. So we're going to have to go from here to here, from here. See, how am I going to do that? Something's not nice. I don't like that that formation. It's like wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Is it wrong, or is it just because it's not perfect? Is it just me? So if I do that, I have to think. Then would I be doing that? Okay. Now we've seen this design before, right? Maybe I shouldn't be playing with this. I'm just trying to see where the cube, where is where it is? Okay, okay, maybe it is like that. Maybe it is like that. Okay, hold on a second. Just 1 second. Let me see if I can do this. To here, to here, to here. It's not really straight, but so that's it. And so this is where the cube is over here, right there. So that's what happens. And so we get a cube over here, and then where's the next cube? Oh, the next cube will go over here. So this, I mean, it's really ugly, but anyways, I'm not looking to make it pretty right now. So the next, okay, we have that, and then we have here, okay, this one, and this piece is in between. The in between of the 36 numbers, I don't know if the 36 numbers here and the 36 numbers here, here's my 2 twin towers. So when these two twin towers go down, and here's the passage between the 2 towers, right? Because you're not looking on the roof, you're looking on the bottom floor, so that you cross the towers. Now they build one right here, right in this hexagon spot. And in order to put the towers there, instead of being 2 square towers, okay, right? What you have over here is a tower with cut off walls. And don't forget, I'm working in squares. I don't think I'm supposed to be working in squares. I think I'm supposed to be working in rectangles. And the reason for that is block formation. And the reason for that is bricks are more in rectangles. The reason for that is the roulette betting board is to formation of creation. You have to, in order to reprogram or deprogram, in order to deprogram, you have to give and take away in order for the mind to be reprogrammed over time. So when you go to a casino, how many people like casinos, and how many people like this, and how do you like that? What gets your heart pumping? There's an energy in all of this. And by reading your energy, we get to change your motherboard, the scripture that's been written in all of us. Okay. And it's how we begin to logically perceive things. What we absolutely 100% think we know, almost like saying, do you trust them? Do you trust? You only can trust somebody based on experience. And do you know what it is to really know somebody's got your back? But you know they're just not going to be there all the time. And you know that when you call them, they might be busy doing something else. So each and every one of us has a built-in immune system to battle what we're battling. And one of the reasons we're here on this planet is because this is battle of the apes. We are fighting the universe for area, space, mass. 44, 33, 34, 43. Red and blue, hot and cold. Jesus Christ, matter and energy, Earth and Mars in rotation. The numerics. Worm is number 55. Worm is created from number 16, which equals 76, which equals to the mathematics of 7 times 6, 42, 7 plus 6, 13, which is man, AC/DC, creation of the moon. I will do this really quick to get it out of the way that I do not forget. First, we have number 16. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals to 7 equals to 6. 7 times 6 equals to 42. 7 plus 6 equals to 13 equals to a total of 55 minus part of it be 29. I'm going to go 29, 26. I rarely do this on the down way. I'm just leaving it. So that's your 55. Your 55 is your only singular gate. Is your only singular gate. This side is 3. This side is 4. Okay, I didn't have to do it this size. I could have done it this size. And when I do it that size, this is what happens. So what happens here is we have a total area space of what? That is here. Of what? That is here. That gives me a remainder of what is here. Or will I completely create 3 individual spaces with the middle space being the house they play in, and then they have their own area, home and away. So I can do the artwork this way. Just hold on a second. So what I'm trying to say with this is because we can also do this. We know this, okay, is 0.4, and this is 0.4. Well, we're going to make it 4.5 and 4.5. What that means, okay, is I was able to move as closest to the center without being in the center. Hold on a second. She is so sneaky. She is so sneaky. Okay. So that would be 3.45, and that would be 3.65. What it means is, how can I explain that? Do you see that? Oh my God, how do you do that? This is passes it. No, it's not past it. Sorry. This is 55. Sorry, 55. That's 55. 55. 3.45 and 3.55. And everybody can look at this and say, well, what are you talking about? Well, what I'm trying to do is this area here and this area here would be the area that connects these two sides, right? But I can't go which takes up this fine line, right? This will take it up. But these two numbers, 55, will be this fine line because you cannot possibly put them on top of each other. I mean, they go on top of each other. They both reach the center. This one owned the center. On this side, it owns the center. On this side, it does not, showing me the difference of 10. So now I know what the center is. So now I'm going to say 10 yards. 10 yards is 30 feet. The one is in metric. I'm not really sure why it's in metric. Okay, but what I understand is that, hold on a second, is through understanding this, in understanding this, if you can see here, the M letter or the W, well, the difference between the M and the W is the building block over here. I'm not sure if I can show it to you. Maybe I can take a screenshot. And I just want to show you what you have to do to it. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Copy. And paste. Okay, so I have it here, and I'm just going to make it bigger. No, I shouldn't have done that. Hold on a second. Okay, I just want to show you this over here. Hold on. I'm not on the board yet. Let me take this off. Okay, this one over here. So what happens, I'm just going to give you a quick rendition. This is your alphabet right over here, here, and here. That's my gematria scale of the 26 letters in the alphabet, 7 ending over here, and then the other 7 ending over here. This is the G zone. This is the T zone. Just to note that male and female is 5G, which is connected to root 66, but it's been rerouted. Okay, it's been rerouted and accepted. Before I go on, we have to accept before the river of information of the word of creation continues to flow into this world, as we're always upgrading into these fleshy robotics that we are. How in the world can we have communication and be human without calling us fleshy robotics? We have electricity flowing through our bodies constantly. I don't have to be a doctor. I just have to hear one time, one thing, believe it, hear it again, believe it, hear it again, look it up. I know they electrocute you in order to pump your heart back. What good is electricity to you if you ain't electric? What good is electricity to you if you ain't electric? We eat oils. We need oils in our body. What are our elements? We are of those elements. And you say, who is what, who is I am? Look at that. Here, okay, this letter A. Here's the letter A. Divided in between. What is M? Who I am is right here. Here we are.
just put your face in the middle of that. Let's just, I don't know. I just want to see if it's going to do anything. No, I don't like that. But you do see the X's, right? The X, the X, the X. So when you see these 3 X's and you say, hey, I'm bowling, I got 3 X's. What does a turkey mean? Well, a turkey means X. You connected the center, the above and below, and then here, another X. That's your completed turkey. And within it, you create the number 8. You have the Swiss cross. You have the whatever you want. You have the passage between the 2 worlds, one here, one here. If I turn this this way, okay, it would be standing up. And if I maybe gave you an eye here and an eye here, and then maybe, I don't know, a mouth, right? And I gave you hair. Oh, look at that. I'm ready to come to Earth. I must connect my antennas. Or you can say, you can connect, let me just take this off for a minute. You can, what you can do is you can run from here, run all the way down here, right? You see the same design over here? So you run to this design. Hold on a second. You run from this one to this one. You run from here to here. You run from here to here. And then you go ahead and you, I'm not sure if I can do this again. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing, eh? Holy shit, I'm sorry. I'm just relaxing here, and I wasn't showing you. So this is what I did. I connected this one and this one together, the top one with the bottom one. I had turned it sideways. Okay, I put the 2 on. I put 2 eyes. I made a face, a head, a mouth, connecting the bridge between 13 and 14, number 27, M and N, between the DNA and the gateway, your smile. So then we did that, and then we put another level, and then I went ahead and I measured it again, and then I moved it down a level, and then I went ahead and I did another one. Let me just get it down over here, and then I can put it, see, these are the, when I go in between levels, I create one of these, a smaller area. Now, if you notice, once I made 3 areas, you can see the pyramid that was created down here. I should have taken away this black piece. But anyway, so yeah, so this is the basic of the tower. And then when the 2 towers went down, they built this tower in between, but it has to be cut. See, it's cut because it was taking up area space of, I don't remember, I can't see what number, it's too blurry for me, but just to show you the concept of this. So we're going to drop this, and I'm coming back when the live says 1:45. I'm taking a 5-minute break. I am hungry. It is 7 o'clock at night. I hope everybody's enjoying what I'm learning at the same time. I see there's 8 comments that I missed. Let me go back. I had a dream with the sniper. Thank you for that one. Talking about the S and the R and ROTAS SATOR, the beginning and the end. What is the outside, the 19, number 37, the gateway of rotation of 1 and 1, which is Fibonacci, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, the beginning. That's absolute. That's fantastic. You just woke me up to something I never knew before. If you didn't say that, I wouldn't know. And it's 19 and 18. The split of everything is 19 and 18. 9, listen, 19 is 1, 18 is 9. It's the division of AI. It is division of AI, and that 18 comes in over here. When 19 comes in, what is it? How do you have a full face 9? 9 is made up of 1 and 8 and 2 and 7. That is in the cube. That is the high heavens. In this world, it's made up in the cube between 3 and 6 and 4 and 5. It's made up with love. Love means putting two jacks together, crossing, creating a circle, creating this cross, the X. They're a complete reversal of each other. L and O are the reverse alphabet, 15 and 12, 12L, 15O. And E is the reverse alphabet of V, which is the 22nd and 5th letter. And so those go together and create 54. Anyways, I'm getting something to eat. Make it 1:45. I'm going to be back. All right. I'm going to take a look at. I tried to get the dwarf, but every time he shot me, it would move back. It would move me back, and I could not reach him. Okay. So every time he shot you, did you get hurt? This is very interesting. The cube you made is the same. The cube you made. Whoa, this thing is going too fast. Come on, guys, slow down just a bit. I can't catch up. How do you do this? Sorry. Wow, where am I? Hey, got just where am I? Had a dream. Okay, let me see. I tried to get the door, but every time he shot me, he would move back, retrograde. He would move back. He shot me. Shot. Spirit is hot. The spirit is hot. It's red hot. It's red hot. It's number 35. Reverse alphabet, H and S. That means between 8 and 19, which also can be looked at as man and the moon, because 19 is created. Let me finish this equation. When I finish this equation, what happens is, how does I stop everything? When I came to this 1 plus 6, 1 times 6, and I had this, I'm only going to use this one. I'm not going to use this. The reason for this, okay, the reason for this is because the reality is I can create an X in a single box, but I cannot create a plus in a single box, but I can divide, but I cannot enter into a box. I only can divide the boxes. Within the heart of who I am, although I am only one quarter, two, it's in one area. Whoop, my fingers are stuck together. I sometimes have a different understanding, because when you create this, in order to go here perfectly in the star, it has to be like this, and right away it gains the value of 4 and 1. And the reason it gains that value is because it's a king star. Let me call it the king star. The reason for that is because an X can be made in a single area. So in order to get the king star, you have to do this. Now we're going to stop. So if we stopped on C, okay, don't forget I've got many things on top of each other, so we're starting to lose the understanding, and you can see that Y is introduced. Before X is introduced in your XY chromosome, it is Y. But if we began with the complete star, you would be beginning with X and removing a rib from it, creating Y. And that is what's happening in, I mean, I can't even keep up the things myself, but that's what's happening. Let me see. Right over here. That's what's happening right over here. I'm going to let you look at that. I'm going for something to eat. Remind me it's X and Y. I'm going to come back and look at the comments. Take a look. There's an X over here. Take a look. There's a Y over here. There's another X over here. And then there's a Y down here. As you can see it over here, X, Y, X, Y. And in between, it's X1, which is 11. And then over here, it's going to say 11. And then here, it's going to be an X, an X1, 11, 11, 11. And here's going to be a Y. And if you go the upside down, it'll say Y1, X2, one on the left, one on the right to the center. If you want to look at Roman numerals, you can look at this one on the right side. So there's many ways to look at it. You can see the cubes. I didn't finish with the 4 cubes. Anyways, you can look at this, or I don't know what you want to look at, or try to understand this a little bit better. We end up with the house of C
and C. When you create more of these houses, it'll show you lots of different other things. And you can see that we have one sun for 2 houses. So what is the numeric value when you go down the rabbit hole? You go down the rabbit hole in B. You go down the rabbit hole in, no, let's say this is C, and this is A, and then this is what? A, B, C, what is it? Anyways, I'm going to eat, give me, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. I feel I have to entertain all the time, you know? I'm going to be there in a few minutes. I am taking out something to eat. Taking out something to eat. Yum, yum. I'm starved. Starving. Should I eat with you or should I eat away from you? You want to look at that picture? Maybe I'll read. Let me change the picture. Here, take a look at that. Just because it exists, does it mean it has to mean anything? Okay, let me look at the comments. The cube you made is the same as the sign you extended. Basically, yes. Basically, yes. Both the game and that showing you that there's more. I mean, for me, hold on a second. Hold on a second. We're not alone. And this place was created. It's as simple as that. There's no way in hell that I can believe different. All I have to do is go online right now. I'm going to do this right now. Maybe we all should do this. How many Muslims are there in the world? There are 1.8 billion. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to look at this. I want to save image as. Save. Just 1 second. Okay. Where am I? I'm here. Okay, I'm here. Hold on. Okay. Wow, it's not very clear, eh? Indonesia, 10 countries, the largest Muslim population, okay? And then it said 2060. They said there's going to be 3 billion. Okay? So this is what's going on. This is what's going on. Let me explain it to you. Let me explain it to you exactly what's going on. There's going to be 3 billion people on the planet that so many times a day highly believe to pray to this thing. I tell you stories about this thing. Now, if we start to go into the Bible and start to understand the cube through 1.8 billion, 18 Willers, his name does come high inside the cube. 1331, 11 times 11 times 11, Allah. 7 come 11,
the gateway Kamala. And they're waiting and asking why? Because it is simple. Simple math. Let me see that I am wrong. I must take out a calculator. 11 times 11 times 11. 1331. It creates 161 when I put the two of them together to create one area. Creates the sky pass, the division between DC 55, because it is only 3 and 4 that will be divided by 0.5, overlapping the center. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 creates 6 and 8, which is still DC and DC. The thing is, I now have 2 dice. In 1 dice, it's DC, disconnect. But in 2 dice, it's 6 and 8. It's the house planet. The division of the 9 lives of the cat. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 6 and 8. What is 2 and 4, and why the cat? Because the cat is number 24. 3, 1, 2. 104. Let me see. 3, 1, 2.
C-A-T. Oh, I'm sorry. C-A-T. 3, 1, 2. 104 times 3 equals 312. 3 times 12 equals to 36. 3 plus 12 equals to 15 equals to 51. We have a Mars cat. We have a Mars cat in creation. Look at that. Our vibration extends between 1 and 5. It's on the plus side. It's on the multiple side. When it's on the multiple side, it's valued as a quarter. We need to multiply it by 5 to be 1.25. The reason we have to multiply it by 5 is because on your plus sign, on this size, on the minimum size, this is on your ST. First, second, and then third. And then after that, when you come to fourth, it stands on its own between 4 and 20. 420 equals to 80 plus 24 equals to 104. 10-4, Roger Rabbit, you got your ears on. I got 2 ears on. I got 2 ears on Earth, number 52, Roman numeral V11, 52. Unless you're looking at me going L11. The value here is 40, and we are the blue planet, and that is the value of that numerics. Earth. Take the H, put it first, it becomes heart. I use the dollar sign because in order to create 52, there it is, 5, 1, and 1. We have a skeleton alphabet. All you know is how to speak, but you don't know the story from where it comes and the story it tells in the cubic worlds. 10-4 is the greatest gap, and they're willing to pay you 2 to 1, but they pay you 9 to 5. They pay you your birth in the EI world. What is 4 and 10? It's the greatest gap. 4 and 10 is actually like 4 and 1, A, B, C, D. It is the AD. AT. How about just saying 80? It's the quarter worlds. 4 times 20 equals to 80. It is communication. We have rabbit ears. Are we using ham radio? Rabbit ears to 2 towers, ham radio to a single cutoff tower. New York City. Here we had our 55. That 55 is what splits. The only way to get it in the cube is to split that in the cube over here is 7 out. So you now have 7 out. 21, 36, 46, 56, 65, 121, 11, 11 equals 121 and 22, 143. AC, DC. I'm just trying to think. AC, DC. The sun, the DNA creation is out. I'm just thinking of just something else. Okay, too much. Let me just go back to where I finished over here. I need to create, where was I? I need to create 4 of these X's in order to have a master X. okay? The master X comes when making 4 X's. The value of 4 X's is 4 times 24, 4 gateways. 4 gateways, should I be talking about 4 times 21 equaling to 84? 3 times 28 equaling to 84. Again, look at this. What is this? Well, this is 4 dice cubes, and only the dots on them equal 21. 4 times is 84. 3 times 28. What is 28? 28 is the cycle of the moon. What is 84? It is 3 cycles of the moon. That is what it equals to. 21 and 28, 49 DC. There's other things that go with this. There's the alpha. I can do more math. This number will create 44 as 32 plus 12. I'm just trying to see where I should go with this, where I missed. What was this? Oh, yes. Okay. 5 times 5 times 5 equals 1.25. When you go to the next cycle, you flip the cube upside down. That's what happens in the leap year. You flip the cube upside down. I have to be and think like a child, okay? 1, 2, 3. Now, in order to get to 4, I have to flip this whole cube, okay, upside down is my only way. And it takes a longer period of time than just turning it that way. I have to turn it an extra time. So that would take 5, 5, 5. Now, the next 5 equals 625. Now, I'm just going to have to put that 5 times 25, 5 quarters. 525 is Q Earth. I can't tell you all the things that go. There's so many things that go with it. 625 times its creation. Remember, this one in between doesn't need to be counted. We can just do these two. Just do these two. Don't do the in between. This will be the pull, and this will be the ring, 5 and 6. Is there another reason I said that? Anyways, I wanted to do this. 41 times 625 is 25,625. 25,625. I didn't put 25. I just felt like writing it this way because 2 and 5 is 7. And this is the short count for the Mayans. 125 is 5 and 1 Mars, 5 and 2 Earth. So you can notice that it's 1.25, that it's supposed to be. That means Mars goes with the spirit on the outside, while the 2 is inside the cubic house. So we look at this dice cube, and 5 and 2 on the opposite side of each other. And you see how 5 is with 1 on outside of the house? It is even described in here, that 1 dot with the 1 on the outside of the house. Why on the outside of the house? Because when you go 1, 2, 3, you have to flip it over to the other side to get 4, 5, and 6. And you don't really need 4 because 4 is inside of 5 and 6. So your creation, okay, flipped outside to your gateway to get over to 5 and 6. E and F. E, F. How do you create that? With the 23rd letter. W, E, F, World Economic Forum, controlling the cube, controlling the moon. Like I said, why did we do it? Is because when you create the multiplication, you have split this single area into 4. You split this single area into 4. You split this single area into 4, and you split this single area into 4. You have created 16. 16 of 4. 1 and 6, you have created 7 and 4. Let me see what this is. And 6 and 4. You have created energy, time, Jesus, to what is Allah on the moon, let's say. The reason, I mean, there's so many things, it just never stops. ALLA, 1, 12, 12, 1. So this is in between, right? And then you get this. And then from this, you end up getting this equation that runs into number 55, or it stops on 13. So if it stops on 13, right? Remember I said 16 will turn into 19. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 4 equals to 3. So much for prime 7. Found the way to do it. 3 times 4 equals 12. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 7 and 12 equals to 19. AI, 1 times 9, 1 plus 9 equals 9 and 10, or equals 1 and 9 again. This is how we get to number 19. So this is the first time we come to number 19. Then we come to number 38. Then we come to number 57. And then we come over to number what? 76. So what has happened here? Here is the moon in this numeric value. Now, when we do this again, we're going to do it one more time. 19, 19, 19, 19. We have over here 19 is the first one. The second one is 29, 39, and 49. When you bring everything back to its core pole creation, you add everything to a single digit in its own domain. When you come to where the moon is, you get the 10 angel. You get Saturn. You get the creation of the face. When you get creation of that face, you're getting a pyramid. So here's your pyramid, because it's 3 sides and you have to flip it for the other 3 sides. That's how you get this. This is split. I don't know which way it's split. Maybe it's split this way. But whichever way it is, these are your birth angels. This is I like to look at this as you say 46 Zion Israel. You can say 0 where it's a split planet. You can say Mars and Pluto. You can say man, because 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 and 36, where you create I and R, all the ways to create 36. 6 times 6 creates 36, but 6 and 6 is female 12. 6 times 6, 36. 6 and 6, 12. In both their domains, the 36s, this is the king and the queen. This is DC. They are at the 7th gate together, both the king and the queen, both 3 and 9 and 4 and 9 come together in this world through creation. What created number 36? Is there another way to create 36? Well, there is, but it is 7 times 7 and 7 plus 7. The Christ comes to the gateway. 14 and 49, okay, equals to 63. So you would be looking at 1963, and that would be the matter Christ. This one, how would we create these any other way? Can I create 63 any other way? Well, we're not going to get into that. This will also recreate. Well, this is not supposed to be part of the equation. Anyways, this one over here will create 13, and now you have 13 and 14. This is where the DNA and the sun reverse alphabet comes into this equation. It's just so funny that at the gateway, the reverse alphabet comes into the equation. In this instance, okay, I'm going to go 1. In this instance, I'm going to go 2, because I had to make one mathematical move more than in this one over here. If I would have had to multiply it to get to this, I would take it either as one part of the multiplication dimension. I would further that multiplication. I start with the multiplication. I want to finish it in that domain. I don't even know where I was. Yes. So what happens here in ALA is 1 and 2 is 3. 1 and 2 is 3. So I go 1, 3, 3, 1, which is 11 times 11 times 11. Now, where can we find that? There it is. 11. Well, what you see as 1 dot and 2 dots, okay, equaling to your basic 3 creation, there are, I have to do the flip side. There are 8 and 7. This is 3 and 15. 3 and 6. This is your basic creation. Here's your 3, 6. 365. There's your creation of the year. And this, okay, is what did it. Here's your 3. 365. Where do I get this from? 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals 65. It's the 1 and 2 dots. There's 8 voided spaces and there's 7. But if I flip this over, I'm going to get the 5 and the 6. And on the 6, I have 3 empty spots. And on the 5, I got 4 empty spots. So I'm going to have, let me see that again. And why 5 and 2, 5 and 2, 6 and 1. The 1 will have 8 empty spots. The 2 will have 7 empty spots. So what I do is the reverse. Do you follow me? Let me show you it on the same side maybe. There's 8 missing. There's 3 missing. There's an area space here with 3, an area space with 8, an area space with 3, an area space with 8. Now, five and 2. There are 7 area spaces. 7 area spaces. There are 4 area spaces. 7, 4, 11, 3, 8, 11, 2, 5, 7, 6 and 1, 7 come 11, 3 times on the dice. So you have 7, 11, 7, 11, 7, 11. And this equals to 33, and this equals to 21, and it equals to 54. And the numeric value for the sun is 54. The numeric value for love in reverse alphabet is 54. This is 54 and 54. This is 54 and 27 of the half world. The reason for that is both of these are reverse alphabet letters. The reason for this also is this is 3 letters and this is 4 letters. So 4 letters gives me a 108 count. 3 letters give me an 81 count. So this would be rotating in Venus. Again, back to the cube. Another thing about the 7 come 11, what we have to remember, okay, and this is that they're all poles. It's a pole. You have to remember it's a pole. When you see this number, it's on the pole. So you're going to see 7 and 11 on a pole. So you're going to get 14 and 22. You're going to get 14 and 22 when it's on a ring. It's not really the real numbers. I mean, the numbers have to be changed because when I drill a hole through this, I will see 5 and 5 on each side. So instead of having 14 around, okay, I'm going to have 20 around. And since I'm going to have 20 around, how many areas will be left over? If everything is 5, I'm going to have 4 on 4 sides. I'm going to have 16. I'm going to have 20 and 16. My 16 will now be my new void, the half-life, where my old style was with 22 for life, the ring for life, AD for life, 36 and 36. So when you're running around, I'm going to go with, there's going to be 2 poles running into each other, or just call it the ring through the pole. So going around this way is going to be 11, 11. So we're talking about the ring. Otherwise, it's only going to be 11. The pole is your creation, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. This ring, 11 times 11, is also not only 11 times 11, 11 plus 11 equals to 121, equals to 22, equals to 143. I can also go 3, 4, 1, the same thing. It is creation in DC on the ring, the one spirit. The one spirit of 5, remember, area 51. This is area 51 because its location is in the 5 area. So we're talking about Mars. So we're talking about the unicorn. We're talking about ham radio. Don't eat ham because ham radio is how Mars communicates. So what we have to do next is we're going to reduce this. No, this will create EE. This is going to create your EE world because we're going to multiply and add this side, multiply and add this side. This is going to give me 55, which you already know that 55 is your sky pass freedom gates. And is your freedom gates of 66 and 6, 18 wheelers. It's Venus. It's your freedom gates because the word freedom is number 66. Inside 28, inside this word over here, okay, it is 2434. It is DC. But in its DC, we must remove 6. So it becomes 28 and 6. So it's telling me a new story of rotation from Pluto, of who DC is. Why? Because I'm splitting the word here. This is a black letter. These are red letters. So I'm going to put them together. And I'm going to put this one separately. And that's how I get which DC this is. So we did this multiplication. I showed you about number 19. We know that we did the thing with 3 times 19 is 57. The moon, that's where it stops. I'm still eating. I have stuff and food in front of me. I'm going to read the comments slowly. Just give me 5 minutes. I got to eat. I have to stop talking. I'm rushing through it. You know, it never stops. It doesn't stop. So sometimes I'm not paying attention. If you're talking to me, get my attention first. Don't just say you're not listening. You can talk to me for 20 minutes. I won't hear you. You don't get my attention. If you don't know if I'm listening, how can I be listening? Piece of pieces. Well, first of all, I'm making this up. So how can he defeat the dwarf? You know, it's not good to go to sleep after drinking. The worst thing. Go to bed, try to vibrate. Try to stare at something. Try to maybe get yourself out of the world. Maybe you should change your vibration. Get your senses to go away. Invitation. Another thing I wanted to mention is the F letter is, you see the way it goes further here than it does here because it's drawn on this angle. This is the 45 and 135 angle. It's the sun angle and it's the fox pass. Remember, your 3-3 creation is also 1-4-7-2-5-8, 3-3 in rotation. And the answer is 3, the answer is 9, the answer is 6 to 1 and 2. This is what the answer is when you go to the 7th gate. When you divide all numbers by 7, you will get only these numbers after the decimal point and none of these numbers. With that said, that's telling me that 369 is the pole. And 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 is the ring. But there was another equation that tells me we run in the cycle of 1, 4, and 7, which is also noted when divided by 3, okay, equals to 0.333, telling me that it's a singularity, and this becomes the pole, because when you divide 258 by 3, you're getting 0.666. I don't care about what's before the decimal for now, okay? So this is telling me 666 is telling me about 2/3. This is telling me about 1/3, and I'm thinking about the NHL now because there's 3 periods. And then there's 3 cycles, okay, in ing. When you're in ing, you know, in baseball. Okay, let me finish my eating. Let me read what is written. Let me take a little break. You see, know that we're fleshy robotics.
know that we're not even close to being fully perceptive to the reality of who we are and what we're capable of doing. And I'm not even sure if we can do it in this world or because of the split world, but I think we can do it in this world. And I think we're coming to it. So I say turn around, find yourself a seat, and lean back because you're invincible. When you're sleeping, you are invincible. They can do what they want because you always know you will wake up. When fate is with you and you're good, we will turn colors for our goodness and we can choose. Give me 1 minute. This is my break. I have to eat. I have to eat. Yeah, King Star. King Star like the Star of David. Because when the plus sign comes in, it brings into the heavens. Now, I have to increase the size of my artwork to see a little bit deeper, and I also need those squares. And if I can't see, I can't think. At the same time, you can also draw letters over the squares and see which letters come out properly and which ones don't. Yes, X and Y. Yes. X is the standard cycle. No, sorry, X is the standard cycle, and Y is the division in Earth. It's Q. It's the gateway. It is also in the it is the gateway to the cube. It is the G, okay, which is the pole, or one of the poles. It is the G. It is the P. Remember what the P does, what the P created. It created freedom 55. 55, the word warm. How do you get warm? You get red and blue to get warm. But normally, you're going to put more hot than you are cold. Therefore, I'm going to put hot as number 2 and cold as number 1, telling me that the pole has to be where it's cold. Because if there's information and we need a network, we need flowing water and we need to cool it. So if the Arctic is melting, it's because we can't power the moon anymore. It's running out of energy, which is causing it to melt. Or it's trying so hard to keep up with the moon that it's causing too much energy and causing the Arctic to cause global warming because they can no longer control with full power the moon because they've got so many machines running right now. So they got to reduce the scenario on this planet. Otherwise, they cannot continue. So right now, what they seem to be doing is what a generator system would do. And we'd move up everything over into what they call satellites. Now, I'm not sure what goes up must go down. looking under the oceans. Hallucinogenics. Well, I don't really know much, but I do know people that do know, and I would listen to stories. And I think microdosing is very important. I don't think we would ever have to really do it, but I think it's part of the programmation that we're in, that we should all be doing it. In fact, a lot of us are microdosing, and but we have been accustomed to calling them drugs. I like to say people hallucinate just like that on their own for certain things that happen. Schizophrenia. Break free. So yeah, I think the mind should open up. I think we need a full open mind to see, because me, myself, when I go in, I haven't taken my shower yet, but when I go in the shower, if I get into the right vibration, I close my eyes, I start to think, information starts to come in, or different ideas, if you want to call it, and I put my hands a little pressure over my eyes, and all these designs and colors, and I can't focus most of the time. I get a little bit, but I see the nicest. I've never seen artwork as nice as what I've seen in my head. It's just insane. I think I've done enough, close to 2.5 hours. I think we're going to call it the night. I do want to say that if we went back to baseball, we'd have 3 sections of 3 innings. 3 sections of 3 innings. Let's call it 21. Let's call it every 3 sections. Let's call it 3 moon months. Let's call it 84, 84, 84, 240 and 12, 252. 3 times 84, which is 4 times 21 equals to 84, and 4 times 33 equals to 132. And this comes from where there's voids, where there's no dots in the cube, and then there's dots. I'm going to end the video. Maybe I'm going to do something a little bit later. There's just so much that opens up, and so much is questionable. Like I mentioned before, that I always mention that we run the cycle of Pluto, 1, 4, and 7. But yet, when we divide by the 7th gate, 2 areas, I end up with only these numbers, and I don't end up with these numbers. So by dividing by 7, I end up with 369 in rotation of 96. That 96, I mean, there's so many things that I mean, 9 times 6 equals 54, the numeric value for love and the sun. Just basic. The sun is inside of Venus. The sun is inside of in your ass. And the other sun is here's the sun, Saturn, the rat sun. So I don't know how it's communicating, but the rats are in the sewage. The sewage are underground. Sous terre. Ou souterrain. So under the ground is BCE. That is the telephone service. Telephony service. Electric company. Bar the 66. You can get 1 and 1, but you can't get 66. You can get 56. Anyways, there's just,
there's too much going on in here. I'm tired. I think we're going to call it the night. I'm going to read out the rest of the comments. I'm going to check the comments everywhere. I want to finish eating, and yeah, let me take a look. Yeah, so I don't know if you're still here. It was at 7 o'clock. That's 38 minutes ago. Dr. Ray de DeVee. Well, the Hall of View. You see, when you look at the Hall of Eugenics, right? I'm not sure if you're still here, but maybe I should be writing it down. What time is it? 2 hours, 25 minutes. I want to answer to Dr. Reed DD. Hold on. Dr. Reed DD. Is that what it is? Dr. Reed D. Debbie. Dr. Red Debbie. Dr. Red Devil. Dr. Red Devil. Okay. So when you look at the word hallucinogenics, okay, let's look at that word a little bit different. Every time I think of the word haul, I think of it's a cigarette haul or taking a haul on something, be walking in a hallway. I always think of sometimes martial, which is the law. So there's a wall. If the law is there, there's a wall. Trump kept talking about a wall. The hall is Mars Hall or Marshall's, because now Marshall's is a store, and I'm not sure if it's more than 15,000 square feet. I'd have to understand if it's less or more. It is 8 and 1. It is Venus 24, Venus 33, rotation, okay, of 33 again. 33 is rotation of creation, because in order to get 33, you must have 11. The star system math says if I use the Star of Bethlehem, I can have 33 through 5 and 5. Let me explain that it takes 4 X's. Now, when you make 4 X's, okay, let me show you this, what happens. When you create, I'm going to make it big. 1X, we're going to pretend this is one area. 1X, 2 X's, 3 X's. This is what happens with 3 X's. Look at it, think about it, what it can be, what we can change it to, if it looks like 8C, okay? But when we create the last that, we have a Y over here. We have a Y, okay, that breaks through this way, and then in this direction we have our C. When we create the last one, okay, we have created XO, the 24th and the 15th letter. Through creating X, 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 and X, 24, 24, 24, 24 equaling to 96 over 24 equaling to 48 over 24 equaling to 63, A, B, let's call that C. 7 times 7, 7 plus 7 equals 14, equals to 49, equals to 63. To a single digit. That's all I want to count, the gateway to a single digit through the 7th gate. Now we do it again, and we get 87. So 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 78. October is the 7th Hebrew month. Tishrei, it is the new year. 8 and 7 equals to 15, and 56 equal again. It will just repeat the cycle. Every second one repeats the cycle to 78. October. When we add up 1 through 12, this equals to 78. I think this one equals to 87, irregardless. And when I add up 1 to 13, it equals to 91. Your AI. This is man, this is female. This is 4, this is 3. This is Mars, man, That's why everything goes with man. It's Mars man and it's Earth woman. 33 and 44. 44 is the division between day and night. 33 is in rotation. 41 is 43 will become disconnect AI. 34, 34. 34, 43. The new seventh gate or pole is now 88. It's the widest gap. So this will be 77, which will be matter. And that 77 is what created this 63, in which created the 14 that goes around the ring of the cube. 6 and 5, 11, 12, 13, 14. This will create 36 and 13. I think I went over that. I am tired. I should stop. I have to finish with this. So it creates an X and an O. It equals to number 39. So the O equals 2, 4, 6, 8. And the X equals 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. But we do have to note that we cannot open a door, or can we open a door this way? Because you can't open a door to a corner. You have to be able to go through a door on a flat wall. So by turning everything on an angle, right, maybe the doors don't open. I'm trying to understand. Do you understand what I'm saying? First of all, why did I go right through? Yes, that's good. And so we created 4 times the O. So you have to go 4 times 15 equals to 60, because the O is the 60th letter. And at the same time, there's 4 smaller ones. There's a major one and smaller ones. So we're going to do it again. Not only am I going to go, did I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to take one more over. 1 times the O again, 15 equals to 75, because we have 1 big one and we have 4 small ones. So the 60 equals to the quarter. And the 15, okay, over here equals to all. Or can we just call all 75? And that will be the moon. And also to understand that Mars numeric value is 51. Every letter value is 27. The total of a 4-letter value of Mars equals to 108. So the difference is 57, which is also the word value for Mars. The reverse alphabet of Mars is Heinz 57. And these letters are very special because if I use them as bookends, I will have the H, I will have the I will have the N, and I will have the Z. I will have Union Jack. 25 and 73 equaling to 98, equaling to the 7th gate. 17Q for the JD pass. When we had this, we had hot, we had cold, we had red, we had blue. This is the B gate. This is my 7th gate inside the hot. So when we create this, we mix the red and the blue, we get purple. Purple is number 88. So is Pegasus. The mathematics creates 64 and 16 equals to 80. This is your half-life of your half-life creation. The reverse of this, 6 and 4 is 3 and 1. 1 and 6, 3 and 4. So I'm not sure exactly what, but in between this is your 5. What is the center of this? And this is your 2, 3, 4, 5 inside of it. So your 5 is controlling your 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse 7, reverse 7, reverse 7. It means your ring. It means your ring is going between 1 and 6. So the dice is sitting like this. So if the dice cube is sitting like this, okay, you have 22. You have 22 3, and 20. You have 20 dot and you have 25 void. Did I get that right? Let me see. 3 and 7. 3 and 7 is 10, and 5 is 15, and 4 is 19, and 6, 25. 22 around the side, and 3 on top. Creation, and I like to say just creation of ape, the division between night and day. This is at the 7th gate. 20 dot is the 7th gate. And the reason for that is because T takes over the 7th gate in gematria. And I'm really extremely tired. And if you're talking about the religion that prays most of the cube and believes everything it says, I'd like to see a little bit more of it too, because I also believe in the cube. And hallucinogenics is the hall. When you see the 3 letters of CIN inside of it, that you can see cinders. Cinders are ashes, ashes, and cinders tell me about Cinderella. I like to make them in capitals. It also reminds me about the number 5 because of CIN, like in sank. There is an A. I have to take out all the vowels. You have 1 and 21 are the first 2 vowels. And that's exactly right, because the hallway is between 1 and 21. 21, the U letter, is in the C family. And that C family is what is used for the rotation of the Pluto cube. Is that C family. It is the pole. 1, 4, and 7 is the pole in the cube, but not through the 7th gate. It changes to 3, 6, and 9. Maybe because it gives its power. Maybe 1 is the spirit and 1 is the world we live, the power in which we need to live when we get through that 7th gate, like going metric or something. Everything must rotate in the same thing, 3, 6, and 9, 3, 6, and 9, and 3, 6, and 9. So when you multiply all the numbers by 3, once you multiply all the numbers by 3, you're only going to have a constant answer, 3, 6, and 9. 1, 4, 7 will equal 3, 6, and 9. 1, 4, and 7 will equal to 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. We can also say at the same time that if we do full mathematics on it, 1 divided by 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 1. Let me do the full mathematics on this, because the addition, the multiplication of 3 times 1 equals 3. 3 times 4 equals to 12. And 3 times 7 equals to 21. These will equal to 3 and 3 and 3, but these will be extended to both 5s, and that one will not. It'll be 0, 3. If I add them together, I get 9, but if 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will be 3 and 2 and 3 and 2. I can continue on. I didn't want to do this. I'm tired. So now I continue on to the next equation. Okay, this will be 5 and 6. 5 and 6 is the next equation. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2, 5 and 6. You multiply this, you get 41. Then you get 54. And then you get 29. And you stop with 18 and 11. Your creation of the Venus heavens, of the 7th gates of Venus. Because this is where the spirit comes in, and then you end up here at the 7th gate, an open 7th gate, and you put them together, and you have the divided world, the creation world. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 will create this. 2 and 9 is your birth. The letter R, the letter K, the letter I, R, the letter B, K, and T. That's the family it's in. I'm going to just throw out a few things. Just know that the reverse of Fox 666 is 888, and 888 is H, Q, Z. And I always like to look at headquarters. Fox headquarters, 9986, division of the 7th gate.
They know it all, and they tell the truth because they know it all. That's, oh my God, it's just incredible. Creation creation is between 3 and 20 because the cube gets flipped over. So one of your border lines, okay, is 3. And then it gets flipped over. So it's between 3 and 20 because once you get to the U21, you're between what is first and first. So 1 is in between this side, this side, and then this side. And your creation is 1 and 1. So you're only going to start at 3. So you're going to go 3 this way and 3 this way. So instead of starting at 1, you're going to start at 3. Instead of starting at 21, you're going to start at, 1, 2, 21, 20. You're going to start at 19. So you're going to be between 4 and 18. 4, 1, 8. 4 times 18 is 72, and there's so many equations. I'm going too fast because I'm tired. Let's stop. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Yeah, so can I, what's it called this? No, okay. That's it. Thank you for watching this video.